Hello everyone, my name is Anana Kiki Priyasio and you can call me Kiki. So in this moment, I will explain about first, the shape and properties of an object liquid, second, the structure of the material object, and the third, the movement of the object in three dimensionals. So let's start. Object exists in three primary states of matter: gas, liquid, and solid. Each state has distinct character, degrading shape, and properties, which are determined by the arrangement and behavior of constituent particles, atoms, molecules, or ions. Liquids. If the particle of substance have enough energy to partially overcome intermolecular interaction, then the particle can move about each other while remaining in contact. This describes the liquid states. Liquids. If the particle of substance have enough energy to partially overcome intermolecular interaction, then in a liquid, the particles are still in close contact, so liquid has have a definite volume. However, because the particle can move about each other rather freely, a liquid has no definite shape and takes a shape dictated by its container. The property allows liquid to flow and pour, making them highly versatile for various applications. 1. Viscosity. Liquids have viscosity, which is a measure of their resistance to flow. Viscosity varies depending on factors like temperature and pressure. 2. Density. Liquids are denser than gases but less dense than solid. The particles in liquids are closer together compared to gases, resulting in higher density. The structure of a material object refers to the arrangement and organization of its constituent particle atoms, molecules, or ions. This internal organization greatly influences the physical, chemical, and mathematical properties of material. Here's an aspect of the structure of a material object. First, atomic structure. At the most fundamental level, material are composed of atoms, which are the building blocks of matter. Each atom consists of a nucleus containing proton and neutron, surrounded by a cloud of electrons. The second is microstructure. The microstructure of material refers to arrangement of grains, phases, and defects within the material at a microscopic scale. Third is macrostructure. Macrostructure encompasses the overall arrangement and shape of the material object at the macroscopic scale. The macrostructure of a material influences properties such as a strength, ductility, and vector shortness. A particle moving in a three-dimensional motion are encountered at a lot of places in real life. Motion in a three-dimensional space. Suppose a particle is moving between 2 points in a three-dimensional space. To describe the position of this particle, a position vector is required. These vectors are always with respect to the reference frame at the origin. First, position vector. In a three-dimensional space, a particle can be anywhere. It cannot be described by just one coordinate. The vector which denotes the position and direction of the particle's position and with respect to the origin is called the position vector. The position vector R for the place is given by where x, y, and z are their components along the x, y, and z axis, like this. The second is velocity. The velocity of particle traveling in the three-dimensional space can be described in two ways: arrangement velocity and instantaneous velocity. Then the particle is under acceleration. It changes its velocity every second. So a single value cannot be assigned to a velocity. Velocity can be expressed as this, and the average velocity is the ratio of total displacement over total time. Suppose a particle goes from vector r to vector rxn in a total time of delta t. The velocity is given by this. The third is acceleration. The acceleration of a body moving in a plane is given by the rate of change in its velocity. Similar the velocity, this can be two cases, and here too: arranged acceleration and instantaneous acceleration. Arranged acceleration is given by the ratio of the net change in the velocity of the object with the total time taken. let initial and final velocity can be denoted by vector vi and vector vf, like this. So that's all I can say. I apologize if there is a mistake in my explanation and in my speaking because my English is not good. So thank you for listening and goodbye.